Watch out, it says all answers in the answer book provided. I'm not going to do that because otherwise you can't see the screen. Please don't answer writing next to the question. You have to write on your separate page. A large school, students from year 6 to year 12, there are 80 students in year 12, randomly selected and surveyed to find out how many hours per week they spend doing homework. So we've got a cumulative frequency chart, and the number of hours they spend doing homework is here. So these are year 12 results. Find the median hours, number of hours per week these year 12 students work. So median means I need to put them in order and find the middle student. I've got 80 students. So there's my 80 students here. Watch out, because sometimes it doesn't go to the top of the graph. We want 40 students. So let's go across and see where 40 students takes us to. And that takes us down here to 14 hours. 14 hours. Given that 10% of these year 12 students spend more than K hours per week doing so, they spend more than a number of hours. So 10% of them spend more than that. Well, if I go down here, it's less than that. I want to do more than that. I want to be this end. So I've got to find the ones that are most over here. And the 10% most over here, well, 10% of 80 is 8. I better write that down as a calculation. So 10% of 80 is 8. And because I want the top end, I need to do 80 subtract 80 equals 72. So I get my longest ones up here that are doing the most hours. Take my 8 off here, and I get to here at 72, like we did on the thing. It comes down to 18 hours. So they spend more than K hours, so K equals 18. Same information. Unusually, they give us exactly the same information here. Normally, they give us different information on a separate chart, but hours spent doing homework, frequency. So actually, we can work out quite a bit from a combination of the graph and this. Find the value of P and the value of Q. So between 2, that's when it starts, to 15. Let's see how we have by the time we get to 15. When I get to 15 hours, so from 15 hours, I've got 60 students. So that means that I've got 4 in this first section and this here. So P equals 60, subtract 4 is 56. And then Q, we've got 80 altogether. So Q equals 80, subtract 16, subtract 60, because we said we've got our 60 here and the 16 here, which means I'm going to take 76 off 80. So that is 4. There are 320 students in year 12. Watch out for these little bits where it gives you a bit more information in between a section. Estimate the number of year 12 students that spend more than, so year 12 students that spend more than 15 hours per week doing homework. Well, those that spend more than 15 hours is 20, so it's 20 80ths, because we had 80 students in the survey. But we've actually got 320, so it's this fraction of 320 of 320, which is 1/4 of 320, which is 80 students. And then finally, part E, explain why this sampling method might not provide an accurate representation of the amount of time all students in the school spend doing homework. Well, they've only done year 12. So we'll put that in. These data only cover year 12. And it would seem reasonable that year 12 would not be representative of the time spent doing homework across all year groups. Suggest a more appropriate sampling method. So it looks like looking at year groups, so it would be better to sample more effectively across year groups, since this may be relevant to the amount of homework completed. Stratified sampling may be best, but you could also use quota sampling, setting the strata or quotas depending on year group sizes